let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Bye, boo. I love you. No, I got it. I got it. Ready? Good God. That oh, it's Koala. Hey, that one makes me feel funny. Did you take the opener too? All right, cool.
Send in Goat Team 6.
We're good.
Now.
Are you awake?
We're good. We're good. I'm not gonna drink anymore tonight. Don't worry. It's staying turned off. Don't you worry. Okay? I love you. Don's a fucking snitch. Don's a fucking snitch. I'm not, but Don's a fucking snitch. Snitches get stitches. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Jolly G Willikers. You're both snitches. Good God. Y'all are snitches. I'm so mad. Alright, well, we're a little behind right now because I had a small little fight that turned into a heart-to-heart because some of y'all decided to get Bloodwing involved. Barb thinks I'm probably AFK at the moment, so I'm going to take a minute to get everything set up there. Otherwise, hope you're all doing A-okay. And I'll get this, I gotta get my other duties done ASAP. Let me now go to the FNF Discord. But thank you for bearing with me as I slowly set this up. Alright. Map is Puala. Cool. Mission. Let me also get the prediction up as we wait here. This will be the first branch of NA. We'll put it on a 15-minute timer because why not? And let's look at what everyone has here. So Op 4 appears to have an MI8, multiple gun pads, a ZU-23.
Liru, I want my goat back.
I'm very woozy right now, James. Let's go with that. Let's just go with that. I'd probably say a 4 or a 5, but we'll see how things go. I just, you know, had to deal with a few things, but I'm just counting assets right now. But I appreciate it. Bloodwing's mad at me right now. Top 4 has 4 M2 technicals and MI8 with turrets and transport. Wow. 4 has... What does Blue 4 have over here? Blue 4 is on a ship. Wow. Alright, that is a lot. Alright. has CH53, UH-1Y, 2 SOCOM boats, 2 M113s, and additional boats. Alright, let's get that saved, and I'm gonna go get that copied over. I don't know about numbers advantages, but that's okay. I'd assume the attackers have that, but either way, let's get back into casting here. Night Owl giving me his multi. I'm going to be a little slow right now as I get into everything there, but that's A-okay. I didn't do anything to Bloodwind. She just doesn't ever want me to black out again. And I have to make sure I don't. So the drinking command is disabled, and you cannot pay me to drink right now. Sorry to say. I'm alive.
Oh, there he is.
I put the multi in the chat. I know
saw.
I'm a little behind by 10 minutes, but that's A-okay.
It's okay. I know you're usually a little slow.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling there, buddy?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Oh, okay. Your chat was spreading some baseless accusations about you. I just want to make sure
I know, but
that you're
that's
aware.
okay. I have
Okay.
Chick-fil-A. They don't. That's why they're so angry with me. And I can't fire Don as a mod, because Bloodwind will kill me, so I'm pretty much stuck. But that's okay.
I heard there were a couple other people that persuaded you.
Oh yeah,
to,
there's quite a few narcs. Don't worry. We'll
Oh yeah, well I wouldn't say narcs, but some money bags. that
narcs.
Decided to
Nah, just
toss some cash.
oh,
for
I
your
don't mind the
displeasure.
money bags. I just mind the narcs. But anyway, it looks like Op4 is defending two
Yes,
ZU-23 statics and a ZSU.
Yes. So yeah, I've been going over it. I was just going over the roster here for Red 4. Red 4 defending have they've got a scanny recon. They got sideways on as a sniper. But otherwise, it's a kind of a mixed bag of individuals.
going robot for you
these people
guys,
that I kind of
too?
recognize and that I don't recognize. And going
Barb, I
against
think
the-
you're going a little robot here and there. You're still recognizable, but just wanted to
Interesting.
point that out.
All right. Well, I noted that.
Warm welcome, shall we?
But yeah, Red 4 defending a couple ZU sites. Blue 4 do have some air assets that could be shot down by them, supposedly. But we will have to wait and see about that. Liru, I'll let you. I gotta go get some drinks because those same bad actors have come into my chat and are looking for more entertainment.
Ah,
so
I
I gotta
see.
go get me a drink to drink heavily,
Okay.
and I will be right back.
Good luck
You
with
can
that.
go over stuff for your stream.
All right, well, I've already gone over assets as I typed everything over. So as we get into the rounds, first off, actually, no, I'll break it down and then we'll talk to Dingo because I'm curious to talk to you. It's been a while. Pierce is going to be... Pierce is going to be leading Blue 4. He is one of the veteran commanders of Friday Night Fights. I'm not surprised to see him there. Mackenzie is going to be leading the X-Ray team. He's got Tanners, Kaid, and Cormac with him. I'd imagine Kaid or Cormac going to be the sniper. One of the two are going to be the snipers. One of the others is going to have the suppressed weapon. Dreek leading Alpha HQ. He's got Anderson, Poe, Pi, Martin, Cyrus, and Wheaton under him for Alpha 1. Alpha 2 has Bridges, Cool Breeze, Maz, Pronix, Wikisan, Fist, and Coda under that group as well. Basically a bunch of 29th ID guys, which is the home community for Friday Night Fights. We have... Hold on one second. Righto, James. Thank you. You spend your money however you want to, man, but I appreciate you setting the record straight. My apologies. Let me continue. Nielsen is going to be leading Bravo HQ with Drake, Siblon, Cholt, Pinto, Norris, Montgomery. Under Bravo 1, Bravo 2 will have Eagle, Green, Shade Dog, 4, and Wells. Those guys are from the 2nd MRB. So both of the Milsim groups together, that's interesting to see. Otherwise, Charlie being led by Ilbanek, who we also see in OFCRA. He's also got Wise, Lurch, Night Owl, Snow Owl, Naders, Johnson, Goose, Siren, and Koak with them. Delta HQ has Banks, Swallow, Skipper, and Eric. G1, which is going to be a dedicated vehicle crew for the SOCOM boat that has Ghoster and Loki. And then Mito, Aussie, Wookie, and Michael are going to be taking the Venom, which is the not up-armored, but upgraded UH-1Y. It also appears to have some rocket pods, which, knowing FNF, they're probably the flare rockets because they do the least damage, but hey, it'll be something still effective nonetheless. And then Patriot and Logan are going to be flying the CH-53, and it does have a GAU-21 on the rear, which is a quick-firing 50 cal turret. Looking at Op 4, we got Despo commanding, again, one of the players that plays both OFCRA and Friday Night Fights. Under X-Ray, he has Flux leading from Papega, but we also see Chow, Dooley, Sideways, Coda, and Bayant in there, so a lot of good players under that group. That is definitely going to be a very, very good team of players to fight. We'll see how well they do. Sideways taking the sniper rifle, Coda and Bayant both taking AS Vals, according to the roster icons. Bravo 1 has Iander, Gabian, Whiplash, Nemesis, Falcon, Nafs, Mountain, Spike ERP, Olaf, and Bacon Flavored Ivan. So a mix of Scandi, Recon, and AA players with Whiplash and SOG Dev mixed in there as well. Charlie HQ has Night Owl leading it. Infidel being an explosive specialist, along with Schnuffles under the Charlie HQ banner. I'd imagine these were Charlie 2 players that funneled into Charlie HQ by joining up with Night Owl, because there is no Charlie 2 here, but we do see a Charlie 1. We have Artisan, Colin, Corvo, Space Cowboy Carl, Gary, Korvac, and Zoni under Charlie 1 there, who we have flying the helicopter here, the Mi-8 gunboat. We got Vagrant appearing to be the main pilot, with Blam and Buckets being his 2 gunners or co-pilot. Kiri is going to be operating the ZSU tank. Fuel is cut, but the gun still works. And then we have Squeak, Spot'em, Barn, Tomcat, Chaos, Hammy, Korn, and a member of the 82nd Cab Division under Delta 1. I could have sworn that already said 1 minute remaining. Yeah, it's past 15 minutes, and it keeps saying 1 minute remaining. Interesting. Then we have Legal Action being a fill-in under Alpha 1 as a Papega player, but he is one of the best. So, Dingo, was there an extension to the time? Because we're actually... should have started.
We're overtime.
I am not aware.
I see.
There must have been.
Well, I wonder if Dream restarted the server because half the player base decided to kill themselves in the jungle. But anyway, jokes aside.
He was also stream sniping earlier. He was in my chat while he was in game.
I see.
Really, he's not playing. He's not playing. He's in bed.
I see.
You choose to believe him. That's
Likely
that's a
story. But anyway.
I mean, you can always game from in your bed.
Dingo, how have you been doing? It's been a hot second.
I've been alright. I've been very warm. I'm now back in the country and it's very cold. It's been a very big adjustment as
Round has begun.
30 degrees to settle in back to. Yeah, it's been very cold, but I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be able to see stuff. Unfortunately, my internet is still shocking and my laptop is still old, so my playing ability is incredibly slim. And I've just received a report on how my next year is going to look.
All right.
And I am away. So yeah, I've got 2 months in Scotland, 2 months in Macedonia, 2 months in Germany, and then 3 months. And then 3 months in the Middle East again. So I'm not going to be very present, unfortunately, this year. But yeah,
Well, I'm glad things are working out for you, though. Nonetheless, it sounds fun.
Yeah, it's kept me busy. There's some good pictures going through. It's a bit strange. I released in my Discord a load of pictures I'd taken of a camel that was wrapped in straps on the back of a Hilux. Apparently, I've got release the new desert armor mod, which apparently has camels that you can put in the back of Hiluxes, which I didn't know.
Yeah, for the new CDLC.
Yes, that's it. So yeah, that was a fun one. But no, it's been alright, and it's great to see everything happening back here again.
Absolutely.
I'm glad everything's still going strong. My baby still lives.
Absolutely.
On the EU side as well.
So the Mi-8 did a pass by. It spotted some of the boats really early and did a pass over towards before spawn. Came under a lot of fire and dived low to pick up speed and get out of there. Came within probably 1 or 2 feet of hitting the tree line along the beach there. So it was very fortunate that they escaped that one. And they actually, well, it's not correct to say escape because they're still in contact, and we have some nice helicopter-on-helicopter violence going on.
Yeah, it's got to be careful, though, because on the rear position, that GAU-21 can easily tear it up, and you already see it on fire.
Yeah.
One of them is dead, engines out. That thing's going to explode before it hits the water, more than likely. That's exactly what the CH-53 wanted to bait that Mi-8 to do, and unfortunately it fell for it. And even if they survive that crash, they're well out of the zone, so as soon as they exit that Vic, they're going to die within 15 seconds. So great call on the CH-53 working with its UH-1Y to pick off and eliminate that one air asset. But now the real battle is going to be for these 3 objectives. And with all of them being autocannons, it's going to be a pretty tough one for Blue 4 to crack. I'm a little worried about Op4's formation here. They have a lot of forces kind of set up on a defensive line outside of the sector, and they've only left a small amount of forces to defend the sectors themselves, mainly around the one objective in Tanjun. But it looks like a majority of Blue 4 are bypassing this massive Op4 line and heading down there. That's, I think, Despo showing a little bit of inexperience here in the fact that he doesn't realize where Blue 4 is more than likely going to come from. And maybe he was thinking they were spawning more upland instead of on the boats themselves. But he's going to have a tough time redeploying a lot of his forces to hold the ZU-23, because I'd imagine Blue 4 have so many forces placed at this point that they could easily set up a defensive line and stop Op4 from bringing forces back in. So a little bit of a tough early on scenario here for Op4. I could still see them bouncing back in the PvP because they've got some really great players on their sides, but it's really tough to tell where this is going from there.
Depso doing the Generation Kill classic of denying enemy transportation by shooting the wheels off one of the technical trucks with another technical truck. But yeah, I absolutely agree with you. If that's his line of thinking, which seems to be the most logical one, then yeah, setting up for an inland assault would be advised. But I don't know, maybe he missed the fact that they have boats or something like that, because yeah, this seems like he really was not expecting this.
Regardless, I could see Op4 immediately calling their forces down and doing a rear line attack, but based off of the fact they're so spread out, it really does show that Op4 wasn't expecting Blue 4 to be this direct.
Yeah, and good on them for taking this route. We do have those, those M113s are pretty loud. We do have Delta 1 pushing from southeast from their position near the town of Nirvana. And now they're kind of moving towards the sound of those engines. So we may see contact here open up. That might kind of might move for a little bit.
So you got one of the... Go ahead. You have one of the M2 Humvees on the coast firing at the closer SOCOM boat, but now the SOCOM boats are returning fire with those M134 miniguns. That's causing them to feel they're suppressed, so they're pulling the technical back a little bit. They're also having Blue 4 beginning their attack with Delta HQ on the 113, suppressing with the 240 Bravo up top, just to keep those buildings locked down, just in case Op4 is up there.
M2's firing again. It's got some good hits on the Charlie HQ boat. As they return fire. Fire going between them, and no real casualties on either side yet.
Well, Ilbenek, it looks like he has one guy down on the 50 cal gun. We see Wise and Siren on either boat are actually taken out. Loki is also down, so that 50 cal has actually racked up 3 kills here.
Yeah, and that minigun spraying down the coastline up and down. Good for suppression, but these guys, they're unfazed. They feel very confident in their position, and they're not budging.
They haven't gotten any, Blue 4 hasn't gotten any kills on them either, whereas Op4 have racked up 3, which is a great way to start knocking out that early numbers advantage. But because that number advantage is still relevant here, and the fact that Op4 is going to be fighting a much more superior Blue 4 force, it's unfortunately not really going to make a dent in all of that.
Yeah,
go
it was kind of
exactly.
Mistake to stay that long shooting with the boat, because everyone is so exposed and vulnerable, especially to a 50 cal. Yeah, staying that long and prolonging that fight like that is not what that boat is designed for. So that was a bit of a misplay in my opinion on them.
Now we're just gonna watch Blue 4 encircle these areas. We're probably gonna see these two forces break off, one going for the southern objective, one going for the western one. But from there, I think Blue 4 still has forces in the terms of the boat still has like a 5 or 6 man strike team. But they're also having people getting out of the Vix and recrewing some of the guns because they were taken out by that 50 cal. But I think those boats are going to go for where Gamma 1 is over at the ZSU, all the way back there. And we might actually see this round wrap up within the next 15 or 20 minutes if Blue 4 keeps their speed up. We see Op 4 already mounting some of their forces back and starting to head back. They'll probably set up a defensive position around the ZSU, realizing their mistake here and making that objective harder to get. But if Blue 4 is quick to move on this, I think they could actually just sweep the objectives out from most of Op 4's force here.
Yeah, this is one of the times where having the bird's eye view that we do kind of reveals a situation that is not the perceived reality.
Yes.
Blue 4, they obviously do not know how much of an advantage they have right now. Once they get eyes on this compound and realize that it's empty, they're gonna. I'm sure they're gonna rush in as soon as they can, but they're gonna stay cautious until that point. And that caution is gonna cost them time, and that time is gonna give Red 4 an ability to get down there with the trucks that they're in now.
So there's been 2 more casualties on the boats. We're down to 5 kills on the boats from Charlie HQ. Schnuffles on that 50 cal gun. So great sprays by him, and those miniguns have yet to kill anyone on the Op 4 side.
And my heart goes out to those people who die on that boat, because all they did wrong was get on the boat. Like that was their only mistake. It was a fatal one.
So Op 4 is instead opting to send their forces around to actually come on the northern side of these forces, and that might allow for Blue 4 to get that strike team down and eliminate that ZSU.
Yeah, Bridges is moving in. He's taking point, which is good. So once he clears this tree line, I'm sure he'll give the order to push. But yeah, this is what I was afraid of. He sees the battle towers. He's being very cautious. He's doing what he's, kind of trained and experienced to do. You don't charge at an objective like this out of the gate.
X-Ray's having these 2 vehicles drive by. What we need to see Blue 4 do on the SOCOM boats is get an explosive specialist out with satchels and just throw them over the area there. Granted, they have a big search area, but it's kind of easy to predict where the ZSU is going to be. It's going to be in one of those fortified in areas to then take out.
Even then, Bridges might be able to spot it.
The not a boat meme.
With that big sandbag and concrete placement. Just get a peek of it.
Schnuffle's still alive. His Vic has taken a bit of damage. But otherwise, Blue 4 is doing a great job. We're going to start seeing them taking out the one objective that Op 4 have dismounted up to the north of and are trying to move in on, but they're not rushing it.
And Bridges is still acting very cautious. It's honestly funny from our perspective, seeing him take this caution when there's no danger inside this area. Bravo for Red 4 actually dismounting. That's Scandi. They're dismounting early. Or were they one of the forces that was here? No, Bravo weren't here before. Yeah, Chaos in the truck. They didn't pop a tire, did they? No. So, they're also just being very cautious. Very highly experienced people just being very cautious. Rockets going off.
Skipper just hit a tree and flipped his 113. Now he's under fire.
That smoke gen going off too. Ooh.
That was an explosive charge thrown to also try to do damage to it. It was unfortunately ineffective. The guy that threw those charges is now dead, unfortunately.
All right, Bridges is spotted and likely called in the ZSU. Since they have the area secure, looks like they're going to wait for their engineer, which is Cyrus. Yep, he is heading out there. He's having a nice little leisurely stroll.
Despo just got picked off. That's Op 4 ground command down.
Yep, by Dreek, I believe.
So the other boat with a few crewmen still alive for Charlie HQ, they're now heading south. Don't know why they broke off north, but they can regroup with Ghoster and deploy on that ZSU position and find it and take it out. Hopefully their explosive specialist is still alive. Otherwise, Blue 4 could land the boat, pick them up, and then move them over. But just Op4 is completely out of position for whatever reason in this scenario. So I think Op4 is going to get a pretty quick loss here, another 10-15 minutes, and multiple Blue 4 guys actually blew up with that ZSU's explosion. Interesting.
A couple of guys are outside of it. I think they were shot by Bravo 1 to the north-northeast. You know, we see some GLs landing in their direction. But yeah, they do get that first one, like you mentioned. Cyrus threw a nice little explosive charge on there, and it blew it up perfectly.
Blue 4, meanwhile, Bravo has slowed down against Op4 Charlie. Op4 now having a large force to the north. An AT round just came in, knocked Martin unconscious. Wheaton, I think, was also uncon, but he woke back up. Blue 4 might actually get sandwiched here before they can move on the third objective, which is quite interesting to see here. And the Charlie HQ, Vic, is still just opting to stay on the guns and pull outside security, and Schnuffles might now move back to the Vic and start spraying at them again. Now we're seeing the M2 from the SOCOM Vic start to fire at the off-road, even though it's dismounted, but I don't think Blue 4 realizes just how well off they are right now. They might slow down to their own caution, which you can't really fault them for, because they're just trying to figure out where the rest of Op4 is at this point.
Right.
Now that boat with those personnel are pushing up far north because that 50 cal is firing at him again.
Yeah, and that's why they were shooting at the off-road. They wanted to try and disable it, but it doesn't have to move. It's a perfect little machine gun nest right where it is. And yeah, Blue 4 situation is exactly what I feared. If they took too long, both at the western objective and the southern one, then yeah, Red 4 would easily sandwich them.
What they don't realize, though, is they don't need to. They can just have the boat team go around and deploy on that ZSU and blow it up, because there's only one guy defending it.
Yeah, there's a ZSU. That's not my concern. My concern is Tanjung, or Tanyong, or whatever, however you pronounce it. That still has a very hardy defensive line there of PESCO barriers and some decent names defending it. They don't have the numbers.
I agree,
right now, that
but
force isn't attacking.
Bravo basically turned around and is now fighting the force that's breathing down their neck instead of pushing to actually break through and take the objective. Alpha is now stuck because they were supposed to move in behind Bravo, but now they're stuck with the force that has now come in and is directly challenging them, and now Blue 4 might actually lose this attack because of that mistake. And Op4 does seem to be outperforming them on the PvP level here. You got Pronix and Maz leading a push against Mountain and Nemesis. But Op4 might actually be able to win this back because of Blue 4's inability to maneuver on the objectives themselves and instead focusing on the kills.
We do have Banks sneaking through the bushes up to Collins' position.
Why are you...
Which is near that off-road, but they're going to get away. One of those boats has gone over towards that southwestern objective. I believe that was Banks?
Yeah, I think they're going up to pick up the two CH-53 crewmen because they don't want to bring that in, but one of them's glitched themselves in the aircraft carrier. Both of them have glitched themselves in the aircraft carrier.
Oh, both of them? When I looked before, it was just Logan.
Yeah, and I looked back just now, and now both of them are in there, so that's weird.
Fucking amazing. Logan and Patriot in the same goddamn spot.
Blue 4 don't really realize they're throwing this on multiple fronts, even though they had such an opportune advantage.
Oh, Logan's phasing in and out. Ilbanek is trying to
As
get
and
as close as
Pronix
they
are
can
down.
with the SOCOM boat.
Op4 have a small group, but they're being encircled with bands on the rear, picking them off. He just took out two dudes.
Yeah, Blue 4 doing kind of a desperation push down. I think that's the line is going to get decimated. It's the last push of about 7 or 8 men. Fisk goes down there. Wheaton under fire as well as Poe.
Banta finding Montgomery here. No, he doesn't. Thought he saw him through the smoke. Bayan actually being friendly fired now.
Ooh, Ghoster getting taken out. He was the driver of the boat on that southwestern objective and beaches the boat right here next to Tanner's
Did he
brother,
try to solo
Mackenzie.
that?
Yes. Or I don't know if he was trying to solo it per se, but well, the boat is now blown up.
Amazing. He went into an angle that the ZSU could actually hit him on. And
Running to it.
I don't know.
He's running towards a boat that is
Blue
actively
4
being fired up.
Blue 4
between
threw
people
this
leadership.
pretty hard.
They threw that pretty fucking hard.
I really don't understand because this is Pierce commanding.
Yeah, that's
And
what I was
Pierce
saying.
is dead in a boat right now. I know. Yeah, Dingo's laughing. I know too. I don't say anything about it publicly. I try to give him the benefit of the doubt, but yeah.
He really,
Like-
really believes that he has a fantastic confidence in his own plans, and that's really good to see because it makes people believe, and that's what you need in a leader.
Honestly, his plan was good. It was the execution of it, in my opinion.
See,
that,
Yeah, and you know what? Actually, I will support that because it is unfair to say because actually,
I mean,
they
the
were
grand
such a
strategy.
dominant start of this. And
Yeah,
if
the
they
grand
kept
strategy of going along
Yeah.
the coast was so good.
if they
Sorry,
kept
go
that
ahead.
up, they would've
Patriots
just-
unconscious on the ocean floor drowning.
Yeah, no, it was a good plan, just some poor execution. And it's the worst part of it is that the execution that Blue 4 did was the logical one. They took it slow. They went, they crept up on the defenses.
Okay,
They
no,
didn't
no.
charge out.
Blue 4's great mistake was turning their forces north and engaging the force there instead of pushing to take the objective with mobility.
Or
Because
even
that's
doing a
exactly what
fighting
they did
retreat.
with one of them. But they could have had Bravo go in, put pressure on the northern objectives, but as soon as they took pressure, they backed off into the northern force. What they should have done was they should have found a rock, held firm, let their reinforcements come in from the other objective. Alpha could have flanked it, gotten that done, and then they could have coordinated with the boats, but gotten picked up on the coast and immediately steamed over to the other objective. Which, it would have taken a little bit of speed, but if you have a good commander putting pressure on the squad leaders to execute a plan like that, it could have gone through. Instead, Blue 4 just turned and engaged the northern force as they, for whatever reason, tried to back away or they wanted to get kills or secure their flank, whatever. That was the wrong move. And now it's going to really be difficult for Alpha HQ for Blue 4 to get in, hit the objective here. But then they also have to rely on either the boat or the helicopter deploying forces to blow up the ZSU because Recon's not going to be able to do anything with that. X-Ray doesn't
Yeah.
have any AT, so
Yeah,
they're
I was about
screwed.
to say, Mackenzie, Cormac, and Tanner's brothers, they're all in a decent position, but they have no utility to take this thing out. They don't have any satchel charges because none of them are engineers. They don't have any AT. They got nothing. Best chance they got is to ram it with a helicopter, and that's against the rules.
I mean, I just heard the the UH-1Y do a rocket strike. It actually blew up and off-road with those rockets.
It has rockets?
Yeah, it has rocket pods. 2 rocket pods on the side.
Oh, damn, I missed those. Those are tiny.
So, I don't mean to talk shit about Despo, the Op 4 commander, but he had inexperience with the plan he established. And at this point, the only reason it worked and became a brilliant plan by encircling Blue 4 was A, he has some of the best players in FNF on his side. He's got Scandy Recon, he's got Bay, he's got... Did he have Stark? I don't think I actually saw Stark, but... no, he had Papega, too. So he's got, like, 2 of the best communities out there, some of the best solo players on his side, and they were able to quickly maneuver and execute this plan. Or I guess his backup plan when he realized that he got completely outmaneuvered. And it's just on Pierce for not wrangling his squad leaders. Not even just Pierce, the squad leaders, too, especially Bravos for making them pull back. So... it's just kind of bit him in the ass, and now Op 4 is actually going to have a pretty hard victory here with a lot of dudes still alive.
Banks had 2 or 3 seconds of firing on Artisan. Artisan takes 1 bullet and drops Banks.
Yeah.
Like,
That
ugh.
chopper's going down too hard. Thunk.
There it is. They actually get out okay.
Yeah, got a few down in time. That's good.
2 out of 3. That's a mission success.
Oh my gosh, and the SOCOM boat has no choice but to deploy over here to try to hit the objective because Alpha's been mostly wiped. Yeah. And then what the hell is X-Ray going to do? Even if they kill Carey, who's outside the Vic, they have no way to take out that ZSU. So this round's just going to get extended to a really long time for no apparent reason.
Yeah, and Carey's just doing recon now. His head is sticking out like a sore thumb with X-Ray there.
Drake was just killed by Ban. Schultz driving through, wild weaseling with smoke. I am too hyped up on coffee to screw this up.
It's definitely a risky strategy to have your head that far on display.
Yeah. Yeah, so now Op4 is all just... Not even all Op4. They still have Delta all the way up north, but there's so much Op4 here now. Because Bravo and Alpha for Blue 4 were in 2 separate groups, and Op4 was able to just pretty much divide and conquer and piecemeal those guys, and that's why Op4 has such a high number advantage right now. I'd be curious to see the kills between X-Ray, for example. X-Ray hasn't lost a single dude, but I've seen them on the front line here getting kill after kill, and you even still see them. Coda, Bant, Flux, Dooley. They're going to start sweeping and eliminating the rest of these guys. Here's Ilbanek. Bay's running by. Coda gets GL'd. But then he's able to kill Ilbanek because that GL did nothing except cripple him.
Ooh, there it is.
And Schultz down.
With the RPG-42.
Yeah.
Taking out Schultz. And Night Owl getting in the ZU-23 to celebrate. And yeah, I mean, not the outcome I was expecting. I was not expecting this outcome 20 minutes ago.
Here comes Flux.
10 minutes ago.
Flux drops Snow Owl. Naders comes around behind him. Flux keeps mobile and drops him. Dooley puts a few follow-up shots. Flux puts some handgun rounds in him. Now it's just Goose. That's it.
He's got that Scar range, so it'd be nice and punchy at close range, but I wonder if the fire rate of Flux's AK
Does ZSU just eliminate one of the X-Ray guys through one of the keyhole he has?
Ghost is dead. Goose is dead, excuse me.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
My God.
Wait, they really got spot. They missed their shot or something?
Who
They
did?
must. The X-Ray guys, they must have missed their shot trying to take him out.
X-Ray doesn't have an AT.
No, a shot at Carey. Last I looked, he was outside of the ZSU on top of it. Like
I think Carey got back in and just watched because there's only so many angles he can see from this little spot. He used his one little northern opening to kill the boat, and he's using his one western opening to kill an X-Ray dude.
This is something else.
So finally someone on the X-Ray group dies. It's sideways, but that X-Ray team just swept and cleared the last of the Blue 4 force that was attacking. It's just down to X-Ray.
Yep, and there's no way for them to blow up that objective that they're at. There's no way for them to ever possibly clear out all the forces by Tanjung.
So Op4 have to hear that ZSU going off. I'd be curious to see if X-Ray got in the SOCOM boat and drove over, because otherwise anything else is going to be a long walk away. However, we do have Falcon. He hears those sounds. He's going to swim over to this other side here, and he's going to go kill those guys. And yeah. I don't get what is X-Ray doing? Like Cormac and Tanners, they hear that auto cannon going off. They know by now. I think they think it's just a 23 a ZU, not a ZSU, and they think they can still pick it off or something.
Maybe. I mean, they should have had perfect eyes on it to see that there was a chassis and a turret.
Yeah, at least the radar dome up top, right? I don't get what they're doing.
Their best? Tanner's brother on the north side actually gets caught out by Falcon.
Yep, picked off.
Like a hawk.
Like a hawk. I don't know. Like, I hate to speak ill of some of the commanders here, but just the amount of things that were thrown. My God. Carrie's even feeling confident enough to just get out and like look around.
I want to know how early on Pierce died in that boat, because if he died early on and there was no one at the helm to kind of wrangle the situation when things got out of hand, would make a lot of sense. It would explain more than a few things. And yeah, Carrie just trying to plink with ZK.
He sees Falcon moving around over there, but he doesn't take a shot, realizing he might be friendly.
No, yeah, I wish he would. Nah, he knows. Cormac now peeking out again.
Yeah, there's little movement. Does Carrie spot it? No, he does not.
And it's worth noting that his Cormac's camo is a lot better on
Carrie
this
sees him.
terrain than it was in any part of the jungle. Yeah, Cormac's been hit.
Falcon, if he gets on this rock, actually will have an angle on Cormac.
Yeah, but
But
Cormac's
I think Cormac saw him coming.
Yep. We can't spend forever looking that way. Oh,
Well, where CCO68 Skype is. Look at that Skype site. You know what I mean. Morphine himself. Falcon looking over. Can't line the shot up.
and Cormac rolls out of danger.
Falcon gonna triple time and run up? Yes, he is. Falcon's going for the charge.
Triple timing it, of course. Yep, cooking the grenade. Nowhere near close enough.
Jumps in the water, still gets hit by his own shrapnel.
A lot, too. That ace fragmentation, no joke.
Yeah, he's still gonna go for it. Hopefully he's not crippled.
Looks like he is, both legs. So you don't want to get seawater in those wounds. That'd be awful, too. You, like, got shot or some kind of open wound, and then you jumped right into ocean water. It'd be awful. Another grenade goes, sails way over and goes into the water.
Falcon is on a mission.
gonna
He's
strike
gonna
from
end this, and
above.
Cormac has no idea. And there it is. Tanner's is... call it. Call it. There it is. Oh my god. And look at he's trying to shoot at Tanner's there, and he gets the other kill officially just before it ends.
Amazing.
Wow.
Someone shot a rocket
Wow.
as well. Jesus. Well, that's round one.
And Pierce, I trusted and lost 5,500 points.
And the underdog.
Gonna go over to voice
Winning this
acting now. Don, thank you for paying that out. I'm very slow right now. Let's go with that.
He's
Mellow.
a little under the influence.
Little sloshed, but that's okay. I had some coffee and it kind of balances it out. You know, I can still work.
actually, Liru, I should ask you. Have you heard of moose milk?
No, I have not.
That's what I'm drinking. It's
I'm looking at the picture of it now.
oh yeah, the one I put up.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
it's an unusual color combination on the top, but it looks nice.
Well, that's the cinnamon on top. That's fresh cinnamon.
Oh, okay, cool.
And the rest of it is a mix of milk, vanilla ice cream, Canadian Club whiskey, dark rum, and a bit of Kahlua.
Ah, well, glad you found a drink that you like.
I was going to say, Liru, have you ever heard of a thing called Buck's Fizz?
I have not, no.
That's a good one. Sparkling wine with orange juice, 50% of each.
Oh, that sounds good, actually.
Yeah, I said it was pretty much like a mimosa, and Dingo agreed.
Yeah, more or
Like the
less.
Alco Pop of Christmas.
All right, I'm gonna play some ads and switch my commands over and get a refill.
Right.
I will love you and leave you guys.
All right,
as-
thanks for jumping up, Dingo. Always a pleasure to see you.
Catch you around.
Yeah, no, it's been really great to see you guys, and yeah, hopefully I'll be able to see you guys again in the new year.
Of course, man. See ya.
Yep, see you guys in a bit.
See you
Cheers.
in a year.
Bye.
Alright, that's all my commands updated. So I probably won't have time to cover NA3 because a buddy of mine wants to play Phasmo around 11 p.m., which is in a little under 2 hours. So we'll have all that going.
Sure. Yeah, I'll stick around for round 3. Dude, I am excited for this weekend.
Nice.
I got your CCO 13. Also not CCO, MCO. Christ, this moose smoke is hitting me, man.
It's all good.
Yeah, MCO, fuck off. MCO 13. I actually should probably practice with those F4Bs. I'm not exactly a fixed wing kind of guy, so I should probably check that. Luckily, I'm the co-pilot, not the pilot.
Yep, you just dropped the napalm.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to make sure I know how to, which button goes click. But then I've also got, we got, what, day 2 of Rimmy's Back Again campaign.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be fun. I'm leading a 2E squad, bunch of Kiwis. And then
Hope it's not as framey this time for you.
Apparently not. He did some testing and seems to have resolved it. So I'm very excited. Hopefully this time I get to actually shoot at Charlie.
Cool.
And then also tomorrow I have AFI shoutcasting with Whale's going to be there. So I get to see him in all his sexiness.
Nice.
What about you? You got anything other than your MCO to look forward to this weekend?
No, I'm just gonna be doing some work. I know TSB is doing a joint top with another community, so I'll probably tip in on that. But
Oh, interesting.
just gonna chill, make some Christmas cookies, a gingerbread house, and just relax, you know?
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm super excited because this whole did I tell you? I think I did tell you that this next week I took the entire week off from work, so I get everything leading up to Christmas and then also the following Monday. So I get 6 days off, but I only had to pay PTO for 4 days. Excuse
That's
me.
nice.
Yeah, nice little work there.
Alright, now we're just gonna wait for the next round to go, but hopefully the tactics will be a little bit better. But hey, who will know until we actually see the round go? I will be right back 1 second.
Right then. I will wait for him to get back before I get a refill on my beverage. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I will now take your turn to go and fill my drink up.
Have
Be right
fun.
back. I'll try not to get lost.
So guys, after this round of FNF, I will be taking a small break at around 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, aka in a little under 2 hours. I will go ahead and go play some Phasmophobia with a few friends. We'll have some audio jump scares, and I'll be a little tipsy for you to go ahead and spook me with whatever you are able to come up with on the audio jump scares. So by all means. Perceptive, I'm sorry to hear that you're getting spammed with bot calls. I don't know why, it always seems to be seasonal. Like, you'll go 3 months without having one, and then you'll have 1 or 2 where it's like just a massive amount. And I don't know if we'll be having any interns. I'm going to be playing with a few members of POG, but I'll treat them all like my interns. I don't know, there's just a lot of new features that have been added, so I guess I would technically be an intern too, because I don't even realize how much it's going to be. But if it's 8:14 for you now, then it would be 10 o'clock CST. But for EST, it's 11. EU went well. Alright, let's go ahead, look at the map here. So it's going to be off the airfield, actually. It's going to be in the auxiliary areas next to the airfield. So the little radar position, which is here, the small military base, and then a little fortified position of its own at this T intersection where the bus stop normally is. Op4, meanwhile, just spawning on the southern side of La Trinité. And, I mean, that's on a hill, and then, you know, St. Louis is in a valley, so I'll be curious to see if Blue 4 tries to push out and dominate control of the valley itself, but you got to be careful with that because that leaves your flank exposed if Op4 decides to do a lawn flank attack. However, this is a very steep ridge to climb. Possible, mind you, but a very difficult task. So if Blue 4 just take control of the outbound area, they'd be in a pretty good spot. Yeah, Dante doesn't really like Phasmo anymore. I am in the same boat as him. It's just now it's just all about hiding and not pissing off the ghost and trying to speed run every round rather than, you know, there are ways for you to counter everything and have fun doing it too. And now we don't really find that same fun in there anymore, unfortunately. So just got to work with what we got, which is a shame, but whatever. Just means the devs have a different vision for the game, and by all means, I hope that vision is fruitful for them. But, you know, for some people that saw something different in it as the beta went by, or I guess the unfinished state of it, quote-unquote, just don't see the same thing we wanted to see anymore. Pretty much what's that? It's just a hiding game, but sometimes the hide mechanic glitches out and you still get killed, and it's just like, oh, okay, so you're screwed for the rest of the round, essentially. But otherwise, round has begun. We got Op4 here, 2 BTR-70s, 2 transport gases, an off-road that can carry 6 people, and then 2 transport truck versions of the gas. They're both technically gases. One's, you know, a little more armored than the other. Op4 being the quote-unquote vanilla for Op4, which is your Russian EMR on the Op4 side. Looking at the roster here, we have Vagrant Commandant, again, one of the veteran commanders you see take it time and time again. Pierce is going to be leading the X-Ray team with Wise, Ibnek, Stottenberg, and Snow Owl under him. A little early to see what guns they'll choose, Stottenberg being the sniper, and Snow Owl looks like he's going to favor the suppressed 45 round AK-74S. Despo leading Alpha Squad here, Blom being his vehicle guy. We got Johnsoon, Nader, Siren, Skipper, and Goose all under Alpha 1. I don't see a team leader up there yet, so one might join, or they might just go as a group right under Despo himself. Olaf, Eric, Banks, Spiky RP, Bacon Flavored, Tanners, and Mountain all taking under Alpha 2, the AA group, essentially, excuse me, the AA community. Bravo being led by Corny. A lot of names here I don't recognize. Might be a bunch of 82nd guys, to be honest. So great to see more people coming in and trying FNF. The NA number today is actually pretty high in the 80s or 70s. Usually, sorry, got a hair stuck in my mouth, my bad. Usually you see it get down to like, you know, the 70s or 60s. So it's great to see more people coming in
have a hair stuck in your mouth?
to try that out. Funny, we got Schnuffles leading Charlie, HQ Azoni, Space Cowboy Carl. Under him, they might be a dedicated vehicle crew. Charlie 1 has Artisan, Gary, Kevin, Corvo, Colin, Korvac, and Mackenzie. Again, newer names or ones I simply don't recognize. We'll see how they do. Flux, Carey, Greenshade, and Cormac under Delta HQ. Flux being one of the really good players from Pega. And then Maz, Bant, Dooley, and Chow under Delta HQ. That is a pretty good, powerful team. Maz, you know, pretty good rifleman on his own, but Bay and Dooley, dream team combo, I'd say. And Chow, who's been rocking with the both of them, Bay and Dooley, is, you know, pulling his own weight. Squeaks and Troy are your own guys. Righto, Hammers. Well, I hope they do you proud. Otherwise, Blue 4, do you want to break down the weaponry and assets now that you're back, Barb?
Absolutely. So
Go ahead.
Blue 4 are going to be Woodland, Marpats, and Marines. Actually kind of interesting that they're wearing Woodland on Malden, which is a very kind of arid Mediterranean island. So let's see how that comes into effect and how that plays out. But they're going to be rocking the same old 5.56 rifles, M4s, M16s, and the like. We do have Sholand and Wells here. It looks like with some kind of static weapon. They got 2 different bags on their back. So I think they may have a mortar or something for Blue 4. Otherwise, yeah, most of the M4s and M16s, we see some M249s, some 240 Bravos.
A Blue 4 Vanilla.
AT is going to be an M72 Law.
Plexinium, thanks for a tier 1 sub. Hope you enjoy the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of the scenario. Platts,
Carl Gustav, which is in the hands of probably Iander.
I'd be surprised if Iander's still awake. But no, you're right. It is in Iander's hands.
Yeah, see?
All right. Blue 4 do have a mortar today.
We have one
for this round.
MRZR little buggy, which can fit, I believe, 4 people, and it can go very fast off roads.
You can now fit, I think, 2 or 3 more people in the back of it itself.
Oh, nice.
And a little cargo slot, so.
Yeah. Nice. They also have one of the up-armored Humvees with a 50 cal turret and a very well-shielded turret. See that very thick ballistic glass and extra armor plating. May come in handy. They also have a AH-6 Little Bird, actually an MH-6, because this has the little side, not skirts, but whatever, well, platforms for people to ride on.
Yeah, so they can fit 3 people on each side and then 1 person in the center. It's the SOCOM RHS Little Bird.
Exactly. So we may see a nice little behind-the-lines play with that. And a few transport trucks. We also have a very intimidating formation of infantry here, of Infidel, Mito, Ghoster, and the like, as they try and make a pyramid, and they are failing.
All right. Otherwise, roster-wise, you are right. They do have a mortar as well, which I assume they're backpacking to go on the move with. But Schult is going to be leading Platoon HQ. He's bounced around quite a few communities over his career in Friday Night Fights. Right now, I'm not sure if he's still with the 29th ID, but the PFC in the front of his name would make me think that he is. Otherwise, he's got Dreek, Wells, and Sholand under him. Interesting enough, I don't see an X-Ray under him, so he wants to put everyone as a rifleman. That, in my opinion, is a very smart play to make, because X-Ray isn't always utilized in a direct fight, so it might be better off for you to just take everyone as a direct squad of infantry instead, so you don't have anyone trying to sulk behind enemy lines. Instead, keep everyone defensive as a standard rifle squad. So let's see if that helps him out today. But otherwise, Anderson leading Alpha 1, the 29th ID guys, all under that group, as well as Alpha 2. Iander, Infidel, Gavin, Whiplash, Falcon, NAS, Scandi Recon players with Whiplash being an SOG dev. Under Bravo 1, Bravo 2 has Night Owl leading, a lot of names we know, Ghoster, Mito, Patriot, Indigo Fox, Loki, and Lurch. Nielsen leading Charlie HQ, and I believe these are the second MRB guys under Charlie 1, and Charlie 2 has the 29th ID guys, and I don't know where Salbin's from. Then you got Nemesis by himself under Bravo HQ, which makes sense because he's going to be leading the Bravo elements, since he is a Scanner Recon member. And then Logan is going to solo fly the Little Bird. Him in his own means he's not going to have a co-pilot doing recon work with that camera. And instead, I guess he's just going to scout using his Mark 1 eyeballs. How'd I get into Zeusing? I watched Luton 09 do it and thought I could do better, so I joined his community and ended up doing better.
helicopter.
That
flying
was
around,
back in
that aerial
2016.
view, but that little camera on the front is 10 times as powerful as the Mark 1 eyeballs.
It's a
maybe
much
even 20.
longer story, but that's the TLDR.
But yeah, decent enough assets here to defend with. We'll just see how they utilize them. And yeah, I absolutely agree with. It's not something I would do, but I agree with the theory that you put forward about not using X-ray in this scenario, especially on a defensive side like this. The recon guys are gonna be, you know, if you're lucky, they'll spot the advance, maybe get a few pot shots off, and then they'll have to reposition. And that job can be done both better and more quickly with the little bird. Now, I say that, but like you said, you know, they're not putting someone in there. Well, we don't know yet, to be fair, but if they don't put someone in the passenger seat to use that nose camera, then it's going to be a lot less effective. But it should still do that same kind of job that a recon team would, an X-ray team.
Otherwise, I'm just sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Bravo's moving up to Sector 2 already. They're gonna start getting dug in, and we should start seeing.
We covered
people
Op 4
go to
first.
sectors
Now
1
we're
and
doing
3.
Blue 4. So
They're all fairly close.
Blue 4 is
I
the
wouldn't be
defending faction
surprised
first.
if they try and defend all 3, but usually we do see at least one be kind of sacrificed. And if I had to choose one, it'd probably be Sector 1.
I mean, Sector 1 being the radar station, yeah, but it does offer some really good high ground, but it's really tough to defend from where Op 4 is going to be coming from because of the high ground that it gives Op 4, as well as all the trees here, give them both cover and concealment to move in. Sector 2, the military base, has a lot of good open area around it, but a lot of room for Op 4 to get on something on the outskirts and come in either on the tree lines or the small little... it's not really a town. This is more like an urban training center, to be honest, with the few buildings that are here, as well as all the military vehicles in that buildup, which would make sense because it's next to a military base. And then all the open area just all around it could be easily locked down. There is that 2-story barracks building here that allows them to, you know, try to see above certain elevation, certain aspects of the AO, so it helps them lock down the southwest to west. But looking north or east with it, it's really tough because all of the trees are just kind of blocking the view of that spot. But I'd argue the best AO is probably where we already see Blue 4 deploying forces at, in Sector 2. Just a lot of open area around. There's the battle tower right here that can be utilized to lock everything down. The one weakness with that tower, though, is a few AT shots, and it will come down. But just all this open area can easily be capitalized on by Blue 4, and I would be really surprised if they chose not to utilize that AO. Plus the fact that the map border is directly to their north, it only leaves a few hundred meters of room. Not even, it's like 50 meters. Am I reading this map wrong?
From Sector 2 to the north,
yeah, no, so it's about 200. Yeah, that's why. It's because the
200
line
and
was
change.
right on the blue, so my head was getting confused and thinking that was 100 by 100 meters squared. But instead it's 2. But still, I could see Blue 4 just making a pretty nice extended perimeter around this sector, and because a lot of it's still in their zone, they can build fortifications around it, which you're already seeing some green Hescos being deployed around to lock down those areas. If anything, I'd actually do the radar station and Sector 2, but have forces be really quick to pull out of the radar station once things start up. I'd probably have a co-pilot with the Little Bird as well to utilize that camera, which we actually do see a co-pilot getting in. Ground Command is going to be taking that, so that's a great call. That's why he doesn't want to have a recon element, because he is the recon element with that really powerful camera. So
I am the ultimate snowflake. Not only am I command, so you have to do what I tell you to, but I'm also going to be recon.
But otherwise, Op 4 have mounted up in one of their BTRs. They mounted up in the one off-road they had. They've mounted only one guy in the Gaz transport truck, and they're getting everyone else in all the other vehicles, but looks like they're going to bringing all the vehicles in for this one and doing some sort of large ground convoy. However, Blue 4 is poising itself to launch some of its own vehicles early on. We see the M2 Humvee taking the southwestern corner of Blue 4 spawn, ready to go out and potentially intercept Op 4 forces coming in. I honestly think if that Humvee were to get on the ridge and watch for Op 4 to come down either side, it could then go down, intercept, and hopefully get some early kills with that M2. Sorry, go ahead.
Not at all. we also have on the northwestern side Scandia. They are loading back up into their transport truck. It looks like they're going to be doing the same, moving either down this main road, they head south, or they're going to head west, maybe set up camp inside this abandoned military outpost.
What's that? 5 years
Because,
ago
yeah,
was
there's a lot of
literally
natural
like
defensive points in here.
in between a fourth and
you know,
fifth of my
worn
life.
down
So yeah, it's
rubble,
pretty.
stuff like that.
That's pretty significant for me. The
And,
fact that I've
yeah,
been
they
doing
could
this
very
for
easily watch
a big
any
chunk of
approach
my
from the
life when you
west
put it
or
in
the north that would
retrospect.
go along this way and act as an early warning to anything coming towards Sector 2.
More so a third to a fourth of my life that I can actually remember.
And about 2.5 minutes left to go now.
Can we check Falcon? All right. Don is asking me to look at Falcon. Falcon would be on Blue 4, if I recall correctly.
Yes, he is. He is on top of the battle tower.
Ah.
And it appears that he wants to take flight.
Is he? Ah, yes, the Falcon spreading his wings. And
Yeah,
he
there he
just... Okay. Congratulations. You have another 2 minutes to do that before it actually kills you. Apparently he found a thing. All right, what is this thing?
He found a thing.
I believe in Falcon. If it's the fact that he can stand on top of that, then yes, you are always able to do that.
Yeah. No, I think he's. I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to drop off the ledge and then hop in the window, the story below. You see that kind of open window below on the other side?
You know, it'd be really funny if the round started as he fell and he killed himself within the first like 2 seconds of the round. I would laugh my butt off.
You got 90 seconds.
I think he is trying to Spider-Man it though.
No, he is. I see exactly what he's trying to do. And nope.
He's trying.
He's trying.
He's
going
trying. Come on, Falcon. Keep it up. Keep it up, buddy.
Oh, he's triple timing it. Now he's serious.
All right. Yep. Falcon is showing off, but you know what? That's okay.
Yeah, well, it's not showing off because it's not working. He's showboating more than showing off. 45 seconds. And he fell. Oh, he saved himself.
He fixed himself.
Yeah, you know, he saved himself. Okay, okay. Okay, well. 30 seconds. Come on, Falcon, one more time.
One more time.
I'm sure he's arguing with Nemesis right now. I can hear it already. No, I just need to do it one more time. I got this.
And as soon as you finish, he runs back upstairs.
You guys just don't believe in me. I'm gonna do this. 10 seconds.
Come on.
5.
Shh. Wait. Oh! If he failed, he would have died if he failed. Oh my god.
Oh, you got it. Okay,
Oh my god.
Okay, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Falcon.
Not only does he make it at the most clutch moment, but then he just goes
And then he does it again and falls off.
He doesn't even go on the right side. He just fucking flops over.
I love it.
Oh my fucking god.
All right, Op 4 is coming down the MSR, but they got a few side forces going. Not on an SSR. No, actually, I think they are trying to go off an SSR, but they got a little lost there. Now they're going to go off-road instead. We have the M2 Humvee. No, Blue 4 is actually going on foot here to secure the ridge. And that M2 Humvee is actually pulled all the way back to Sector 3, so they're not going to use it as a quick attack vehicle. But otherwise, Little Bird in position now to watch this Op 4 force come down. They're lagging a little bit. You can see that rubber banding.
Yeah, he's picking up a little bit of speed. They want to keep a little bit of spacing if they notice this.
We'll see if Op 4, they did stop the BTR.
And there's the AH-6 overhead.
MH6, AH6 would be armed.
Yep. Even made a distinction earlier, we still forgot. But that is an early spot of the convoy as they start heading up. So Alpha 1 should be prepared for some kind of vehicular combat coming up. But that main force, well, a few of them gonna head northeast.
I'm still trying to look up. So Little Bird's going to pull back now that it's seen where the main force is coming in. This poses Schult with two possible routes here. Either OPFOR is going to continue up the MSR on the left or the MSR on the right and go north. But either way, it is looking like OPFOR is going to try a direct approach here and go for Sector 1. You see now the aircraft is coming in from the northwest to then come from the west on OPFOR's position so they can confirm which angle that OPFOR is going to go for. You're starting to see OPFOR deploying some of its troops right now, but a lot of forces are also sticking up to that MSR to head northwest. So now we're just going to watch these forces deploy. Looks like OPFOR is choosing to do a pincer maneuver here, so they'll probably attack the southernmost position, the radar complex that Blue 4 has from the southwest and southeast, getting a nice little concave on it. Maybe try an encirclement even to stop Blue 4 from pulling back into other sectors for a nice early victory.
Yeah, I see a lot of them charging into the woods here. I'm interested to see how close Charlie 1 here acts to how you predicted, because you said, they should, you said earlier what they should do, and I wonder if that's actually what they're going to do, because they are poised to do that, and they have, the situation is unfolding like such.
Honestly, if OPFOR does this type of strategy where they stick in, a traditional pincer attack, they could just encircle every objective and eliminate what's there and then move on with minimal casualties. For Friday Night Fights, you always do see, more often than not, whoever has the numbers advantage is able to turn things around. Usually, when that's not the case and the side with the smaller amount of forces win, it's either because they've got really, really good players on their side, or when it comes to the CQC level of maneuvering, the smaller defensive faction is able to just constantly outflank the bigger force and catch more and more people out in the open, thus creating a positive KD for themselves and forcing the attacking faction to have less and less forces to then go on the subsequent objectives, as if it was attrition. Whittled them down over time, exactly. So OPFOR's got to be mindful of Blue 4 coming in, doing any flanks or whatnot. X-Ray for OPFOR driving up to a hill to try to overwatch, but it comes immediately under fire by a rifle squad and forced to pull back. Really, OPFOR has a lot of good places they can do recon from, but those same places don't really allow for good fighting position. So I see why they try to go up on that hill, but because Schult opted to have another rifle squad instead of an X-Ray team, he has one additional squad he can deploy just to set up a blocking position to deny X-Ray more areas where they would otherwise be able to overwatch. You can actually see that right here at Hill 193 where OPFOR X-Ray just tried to go up on, and then just northwest of that at Hill 196, he's really putting pressure on that X-Ray element to not be able to set up anywhere, and thus deny OPFOR the ability to recon objectives and any overwatch support. So I think that's pretty smart.
MH6 flying again over Red 4 controlled airspace, taking some fire from the BTR, but getting away unscathed.
They're pretty high up. I don't think anything's going to happen.
It's just running interference. That 10-15 seconds that they spend making the BTR stop, change the gun, and fire is the best time they have to move towards the objective. Rocket going out. Landing just short of the Humvee.
Ooh, yep.
Just by about 5 or so meters. Not too far off, but it was not a hit.
Close but no cigar.
Exactly.
So with Blue 4's left side now harassing OPFOR's left side of the pincer, even I dare say the full left pincer, that is leaving OPFOR's right side to start pushing in. Now they're just going to have a direct attack here, but they've spread out along the tree lines pretty well to try to push in, but the Charlie garrison for Blue 4 is doing a good job of keeping up on the hill right now with that suppressive fire. What I'm really worried about for OPFOR, though, is Blue 4 is starting to send a few guys down this flank to hit them on the rear. Now, looking at them, it is Anderson, Pi, and Wheaton. Wheaton being one of the devs for FNF, Anderson being the head honcho of the NA branch, and Pi I don't have anything noteworthy for him, unfortunately, but even though if I were to see someone like Papega doing this, or Bayant and Dooley doing this, they could still do a lot of damage, and you just saw them knock out Buckets, the medic there, and I'm not sure if he was able to get a call out, but now you see Op4's left pincer starting to fold in. They're going to join the main attack here and really try to overwhelm that Charlie group. We also have mortars starting to land.
Red 4 X-Ray, they're getting maneuvered on by Blue 4 Bravo, as well as getting pinned down by, who is this up here? I didn't even say, Mito.
Wow.
From Bravo 2. So he's suppressing them, and the rest of them are moving into this hilltop. And because of that suppressive fire, they're not looking this way. I'm sure Bravo 2 are going to hold fire until they get really close. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, M2 Humvee just went down to AT.
Indigo Fox tosses some grenades over. They're a little too short, doing a little bit of damage. I think they actually just killed one
X-Ray guy's down. They're now trying to remount quickly. Does anyone have AT for this gas? No one has AT up at the moment, but you got the 240 Bravo now pushing.
And the car is going to start to get out of here.
Yep.
That's the medic that they left out too.
It's going to leave more forces behind. The grenades are doing a good job with knocking people to their feet.
Ilbenak, the medic, goes down.
We got one guy on the hill that was shooting at the Vic. That was Mito. But yeah, the remaining X-Ray members are going to get left behind over there.
That was a great maneuver. And now they're actually friendly firing on Mito.
X-Ray forced to pull down on the hill. You got one Op4 guy running, and Indigo Fox didn't see him, but he had a great shot on him earlier. But looking back on the other side, Op4 is starting to do a massive smoke push here, trying to get down from the high part of the hill to move in. And Blue 4, ooh, these three guys back here. Got Anderson, I think he spotted some of these guys. He noticed it was a lot of them, though, so he didn't start opening up. They're trying to catch smaller groups of prey here.
Real quick, X-Ray for Red 4, they actually redeployed not far off from where they set off.
Yep.
They might get a lucky grenade kill. Nope, does not
But
look
Nafs
like
is right on top of him.
Yep. So he's right here holding the corner. Then you just need to get out of here and completely attack this from a new position. Sonberger is still up. He's the sniper.
Op4 Command Vagrant moving back. He might spot Anderson here, but Wheaton and Pye are nearby. Also, Dreek's following up on their rear. Vagrant might be attracted to the Buckets, who's unconscious, but he's got to be careful because if Op4 Command gets taken out early on, that's going to leave Op4 to try to figure out how to assault the other two squads on their own. Nafs, meanwhile, he's a little confused, doesn't notice. Now he spotted Op4. Spots the second guy. Puts a lot of shots in him, knocks him out. Puts the last of his bullets on Pierce. Pierce now returning fire with a wild spray as Nafs finishes getting that magazine in and takes him out. That leaves Stattenberg to try to get out on his own. Go ahead.
Back on the west side, Charlie HQ taking some mortar fire as well as some satchels going off inside the perimeter. You see Bay and Flux breaching into the wall. Martin's going to come back around the side here.
Ooh, Fan tries to whip that gun around. He's going to pursue. Gets Martin in the back and knocks out Saban. Bayant with that PKP. He is very, very good with controlling its recoil.
Absolutely. And that's 2 less Blue 4 here at the sector. Now they do
US versus Russia, yes.
All Blue 4 from the sector in order to capture it. So they still have some work to do, but it's a good start. Great start even. You have Alpha here. 4 people from Alpha trying to take on about 10 from Red 4 Bravo. They're gonna find out here in a second. They might have bitten off a bit more than they can chew as they all start to mobilize towards the gunfire.
And Vagrant's on the rear. He could push up.
Anderson sees the numbers and decides to toss a grenade instead of shooting.
It's a good
Very
call.
smart. And that's 2. Not really effective nades.
Yeah,
Saves
Anderson was able to bait them out, causing them to run. Grenade right next to him. Knocks a few of them to their feet, knocks another guy unconscious. These 4 Blue 4 are still up. They've been knocking out multiple Op4 here. This is a great shock play by Blue 4.
Beautiful example of small teams work. You use the grenades to magnify your potential, magnify your firepower.
Do you see the guy unconscious on the rock? He's still standing.
nice.
Have you zoomed in and looked at his legs yet?
Ooh.
I think he's got a bit more of a problem than that.
Ooh.
I'm about to watch Blue 4 KO him.
Ooh.
They're not even looking.
That's rough.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
Do you hate it when you go unconscious from your legs, man? Ah.
Anderson actually got a 180
No one's
on
looked.
one of Red 4 leadership who tried to come up behind him.
Yep.
Could not secure the kill, and so Anderson did the work for him.
I love how no one's looked up here and shot this Op4 guy yet.
No, maybe it's only on our screen.
No, if we're both seeing it, then they should all be able to see it, you know?
That is true. That is true.
Mr. S legs here.
As they start to work down here, yeah, that Red
See, he
4
looks fine
assault
from this
is kind
angle,
of
but-
falter- Oh yeah, honestly,
Red 4 lost this.
I think already. And then this is.
Oh my
looking
gosh,
like a
look
pretty
at
solid
Kin
4-1.
here. He's about to get walked up on by the 249. He didn't see Wheaton's barrel sticking out.
Oof.
I cannot. That's what I was saying earlier. Just because they're not the best players I've seen in FNF doesn't mean they can't do an amazing action. And that was a pretty good action. There were like 10 or 12 guys on Op4 there. They're now down to 6, and they're completely running in a different direction here. I don't know what they're planning.
Exactly. And Drake is over here hiding in a corner. He's the only Blue 4 that is keeping this
was
sector
great.
alive. At least for them.
Writing that one down.
That's going to burn more time and more energy for Red 4.
Look at PKP guy now. He's got a little bit of an issue here. He's holding himself up with his PKP, I think.
1 second. Maz might secure
Don't
the
really know what
zone
else to
for his
say.
team. Yes, he does. Wins the fight versus the 249.
Yeah, that's because Nielsen pulled out of that sector. We got Blue 4 sending up some reinforcements here. Here an artillery shell coming in. It's a little short though, unfortunately. Op4, meanwhile, they sent a massive force over to Sector 3. You only have Cool Breeze camping a corner there. But Op4, even though they have been losing a lot of the smaller skirmishes, they've been really good on the maneuver element. So if they're able to eliminate Cool Breeze, they might be able to rush in and take Sector 2 as Blue 4 is constantly trying to redeploy.
They swarm over that eastern side. Not long before they can cross the road and check out these last couple buildings over here. Yeah, that BTR opening fire on the battle tower. That's Falcon.
Great grenade
and
throw on
Peter
Bridges.
Still up there, yep.
Knocked out.
So they're getting suppressed by a 14.5 millimeter heavy machine gun. And that baby can punch through those metal walls like tin cans.
Look at where Nielsen is. This building has 3 different bodies in it, 2 Op4, 1 Blue 4. What a fight.
Did you see that?
No, I don't think so.
I killed Phoenix, and then I killed an enemy,
Nice.
and then took the sector.
Oh, that part, yeah, I did catch that part.
That was the first time in like 8 months.
Naz is here with us now.
I'm so disappointed.
Oh, Satchel charge going off, not destroying the building, but Cool Breeze will
Yeah,
continue
the
to
research
hide.
buildings don't explode. They don't have a destroyed texture. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, he is camping the corner of that.
I think he might have forgotten about that and was banking on the building, taking out more
Yeah.
than a couple people. I think it might have been a friendly nade coming in. I don't think he did
Meanwhile,
any damage, though.
That 4-man Blue 4 group still on the rear of Sector 1 on the southern side trying to move in. And we already see Op4 mobilizing troops to head over to the final sector.
Yep, here comes Eric and John soon. As they open up the one door. No.
Oh, Cool Breeze. He's guns down.
And
Why
it
were
still
you
took him,
guns
like, 20
down?
bullets. It still took him like 20 bullets to kill him.
Bruh. I don't need to shoot. I've already won.
So, is Blue
Okay.
4 on the take or something? Because this is now 2 games in a row that they've thrown.
No. Blue 4 still have a good chance here. They got a good garrison on Sector 2. A lot of forces are actually on Sector 2. Those are the guys that folded back after killing X-Ray. I think Blue 4 still has a good chance as that 4-man group that harassed a shit ton of Op4 on the southern side is now coming in. And there might be enough Blue 4 now to actually wipe this group. Because number-wise, I think Blue 4 and Op 4 are even at this point. But Blue 4 has an opportunity to whittle down Op 4's number advantage further, you know?
Potentially. Yeah, this last little garrison, I mean, like we talked about before, it's not a terrible defensive position. They do have Patriot with some satchel charges, and Iander with the Carl Gustav. So they have some stuff to deal with the BTR, or to deal onto the BTR. To use to deal with the BTR. And anything that tries to roll up and thunder on them. But it's still going to be a tall order, I think. Ooh, yeah, those mortars.
So it's a 33 Op 4, 23 Blue 4, by the way.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Their advantage.
Alpha 1, AT. I think that was Anderson. Picked up, yeah, he picked up a tube and hit Space Cowboy Carl's BTR. He is still alive.
Gunner is suppressing Sergeant Pie, knocks him out.
Nice. Yeah, no engine or cook-off smoke, but all the wheels are shot.
Op 4 trying to remobilize here. I was watching Dreek putting some GLs on Cormac and carry Cormac now turning around trying to get a kill on Dreek. Nielsen trying to fire down from the top of the hill. Really, so Blue 4's got the high ground now in this firefight, but they just lost a good chunk of their numbers over the past minute. Wheaton gets a kill on Kiri.
Saw that. Nielsen's getting some kills. The guy's trying to load up in the gas Tiga. Does he have a GL? He does have a GL. That could disable the engine if he gets a good hit, but he's going to opt to reload his rifle, I think. Maybe even pull off entirely. Yeah, because here comes Cormac.
Nielsen leaving that hilltop.
Anderson!
Great kill on Anderson there.
Flick. Playing like it's CS, god damn.
Got a few Blue 4 guys on the far northeastern corner harassing the BTR push. Sholin's over here. Doesn't have any AT, though. Wells, I don't think has any AT either, but he does have the mortar. But Op 4's about to go really mobile, so I'm not sure if it's going to be of any more use.
Well, that depends on if Sholin draws them towards his position, towards Wells, that is. As long as they kind of stay a little bit under the radar, as it were, they should be fine. Speaking of radar, here comes the MH6 again, doing a very low.
What the?
Very low, actually. A little too low, in fact. And there goes Command and Recon, all in one. So who do you think is gonna claim credit for that? Do you think the BTR? Do you think one of the riflemen? Like.
Actually, I think Mountain is, but we gotta really give credit where credit's due. The Op 4 Trey or Sergeant Tree, just you saw the little bird like do the thing where the tail got hit and its physics
I'm sorry, Logan actually woke back up only for Mountain to put 2 bullets in the back of his brain.
And there goes Chol. Oh man.
Okay, so Mountain really does get the credit for killing Command.
Brilliant play by Op 4 there for using a tree to make the MH6 not only like flip itself, but flip itself before it realized that physics-wise it should have been destroyed, and then blowing it up like a second or two later.
That's all.
Jam the technology. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, they jammed the rotor blades with fucking tree branches.
Aye, aye, aye. Mind control. Yes, the tree mind controlled the pilot to fly too low.
You know how the birds aren't real? It's because the trees aren't either. When have you ever seen anyone plant a tree?
Look at them medicing.
That's a good question.
Is that a bit too good of a question?
Oh, because the guys got hit with AT. Nice.
Oh.
3 down from that. No, 3 dead.
4 of them.
Yeah, because, oh yeah, he's like under the car. Yep, I saw the 4th gun. I'm like, why is that there? Oh yeah, no, it's because they're all dead.
Jeez. And of course, they're going to try and medic dead bodies.
Gotta check if you can drag or carry the body. If you can't, he's dead.
Or if he looks like a human pretzel, he's probably dead.
Shout out to Op 4 Bravo, who's been in the back line the entire time.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, they're back.
They got ambushed by like 4 Blue 4 guys who are now the remnants of Alpha HQ pushing these guys, but they're just so lost. And I think Op 4 is now getting separated to the point Blue 4 might win.
This is really close. This could still go either way. Because that third objective, I mean, they're getting a bit restless, but they are still well dug in. Red 4 have a little under 30 minutes to finish this mission, so they have plenty of time to maneuver and regroup.
Are those flares near Mackenzie the mortar flares?
Possibly.
I think so, yeah, based off, I did
Yeah,
see a
that-
line coming from the top, so I think they're just
And-
shooting them.
So Mackenzie is extremely lucky.
Yeah, and Nielsen, I think.
Dreek just got picked off.
I think he knows.
And that might have been, no, Anderson's up, so yeah, it was Dreek.
I think he knows.
Wheaton blindly firing because Korvac hit him from above the ridge.
Taken prisoner.
Became God's prisoner.
I don't think Alpha 4 is going to win it.
Yeah.
The-
Ooh,
the-
HE landing close.
The main issue that they have is that Red 4 don't have. Well, no, they do have.
Scholen might catch Vagrant. Nope, Vagrant runs left at the last second and got out of Scholen's line of sight.
Yeah, so this BTR 70 driven by Blom. This is pretty much the Hail Mary. And
But Wells starts picking off dudes on the rooftop.
I think he hit another. Pulls out his handgun. Starts tossing grenades. And
Mazround comes in from Iander.
Iander, and people start jumping out.
Oh my god.
BTR is fine, it seems.
It's darkened to texture, which means it's been hit. Another guy gets picked off in front of the BTR.
And it's a 2.5 opening. There goes another rocket.
It's over.
Just over
Charlie
by a hair.
sending it.
Yeah, so that was a great distraction, but it has been spotted. I think that's Night Owl up there. Yep.
Another rocket going in.
It's just.
And that takes out the BTR.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the nail in the coffin. It's Korvac.
Look at Johnson.
I think changes his mind.
Tower indestructible.
It is. Ooh. Almost there. And Nito there. Great shot on the Korvac's side. Korvac forgetting that it's a 4-cylinder engine or something.
Blom's on fire.
I forgot the side is armored.
Is it actually?
Yeah, the side's armored, the front isn't.
Huh. Did not know.
Yeah, because what's his name just walked
Jeez.
up and Mito just walked up and dumped a whole mag into it.
Yeah. Ooh, geez, all those GLs doing some damage to the tire, but it's still going.
Op4 is now grenading their own BTR dismounts. Okay.
Very interesting.
What on earth?
So yeah, that BTR was Op4's last chance, and now they are stuck essentially in a desert. You know, people have been talking about the Sahara DLC.
Wait, Patriot's delivering him truck right now, I think.
Oh my god. Yeah, he actually kind of is.
If he goes further over that berm, he's gonna get into him.
No, he's gonna stop here. I mean, it's still a
He
give.
wants to give him a chance. But Op4 have all this open territory to cover, and they don't have enough smoke grenades for it, to be perfectly honest.
No. And Patriot actually does not have a magazine in his gun. I think he's LARPing as a reporter. Oh, no, he's... Interesting.
Wait, a final Hail Mary. It's X-Ray and Bravo.
The third Hail Mary today. Ooh, they're coming in quick. That's 8 of them in that.
This
Alpha
could
one's
do
gonna
something.
spot it. Oh, don't stop
Oh.
here. Tokyo Drift,
What?
nice.
Okay.
They're... Oh, no. That's open. 6 get out.
Anderson completely oblivious to the entire squad that dismounted behind him.
Well, how would he know? No one
engine.
looks both ways anymore. The engine... The, the gas car engines are actually relatively quiet. You can only hear him like about 150 meters away tops.
And Squeaks has just spotted. No, maybe not. No, someone did. And not only has that given up the ghost, but Anderson is still alive.
So he's now trying to roll away to not get hit. Nielsen firing on that group.
Nielsen's
And
doing a
Wheatendall's
good
coming in.
job.
Yeah,
Nielsen's got at least 4 kills this round.
I'd say the entirety of Alpha for Blue 4 have been doing a lot of good work, but also a few members of Charlie 1, as you said, Nielsen, being the sole survivor, has also been doing pretty good. And now they're starting to pick people off because they're way too close to each other. 2 down. And they're stuck in positions of little to no cover. And as they take cover from one spot, they're fired at from another, this other spot being Anderson. So these guys are screwed. It's just a slaughter, man.
And Elbenek and Stathenberger, they started taking residence in the abandoned military base.
I assume one of them's the sniper.
Or commander.
Yes, Stattenberg is, that's why. But he's not going to have too good of an eye on this position, so.
No, well, if he gets to the roof, he'd have to go down to the top of the tower. But he wouldn't have any targets because they're all on the other side of the box.
Now you got Nielsen and Anderson pushing this position as they are suppressed by Wheaton. Oh, Shadow goes airborne. Manages to catch himself before he falls.
And Tomcat, officially, last one up. Nielsen's gonna come up.
Shadow wakes back up, though.
And he's stunned. He's in disbelief.
What was that? I think Anderson popped Shadow. Barn wakes back up. Anderson pops a fresh back. Shadow wakes back up again, but Anderson catches him. Barn now turns around, only to be outplayed by Anderson coming up the rock.
Anderson has to have like 8 kills by this point.
Yeah.
I swear.
With how he's been doing with the other group before, yeah, but my God, what was that?
Blom doing a bit of solo crewing in that BTR as I was gonna say 5, make it 4 actually. It was 6, now it's 4. Trying to progress through the desert and some very colorful smoke.
Yeah, they don't have that many left over there.
The BTR is back up.
Yep.
It's still moving.
So a few bodies by Sholin at their original dismount. Looking at where Op4 has been coming up, you see even more bodies as, you know, they've just been getting picked off in the open here. BTR is doing their best to cover, but all right, Troy bleeds out by Anderson and Nielsen. Anderson might be able to get Nielsen back up, but you got Stottenbay coming in on the rear, might try to find a way to pick off people that he can see from the opposite angle.
Yeah, Sholin could do a bit of damage from the rear, but whatever happens, I think Red 4 is pretty much dead in the water.
All right, realistically, we got Gary off to the side, Ilbenek and Stottenberg on the other side. Yeah, it's looking pretty grim. Op4 doesn't have any medics back up, so if people go down, they're going to stay down.
Yeah, considering the fact that it's
BTRs have 14.5 millimeter anti-material
clear
machine
out the
guns
entire
and a
sector.
7.62 medium machine gun coax.
To turn it over.
Autocannons are part of
Yeah.
BTR 80 Alphas or BTR 90s. Or BMP2s.
Yeah, we're gonna try for one last thing. Good spot
Is your boy Deadshot in this? I didn't see a Deadshot, so I don't think so, unless you're referring to someone else. No problem, Tiberius. Nafs is right there waiting for the dismounts.
And Stottenberg actually
Switches to the driver's seat and gets out on the other side, realizing that he's being engaged on that side. That's a really smart play there. Naf's taking a second to bandage real quick.
So it's a little bit back.
Yes, Korvac, you did your best.
Grenade goes high. And and lands right behind Ilbanek.
Yep.
Thunder goes down. Ilbanek
And Mito
goes
takes
down.
him out. And then the last of Op 4 here is just being bullied between Patriot and Sholin coming up on the rear. Literally,
Yeah.
there's 4 dudes unconscious back here.
One
Now-
We got
No.
Spike.
I will say, they don't have any AT. I'm pretty sure Iander is out.
Yeah, he is. He's not carrying it.
Yeah, he dropped it. So unless someone picked up an M72, I'm going to check some people real quick. Or an RPG. This technically isn't over yet.
Ween has Matt.
Ween
RPG
does?
32.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else to cover here. I mean, it's just
Courtesy of Bravo for Op 4. Oh, and so does Anderson.
Spiky was picked off. No,
Ooh,
Spiky's
yeah.
in the Vic, that's why. Patriot has explosive charges, and he's got one right next to the BTR 60.
Matt stole the sniper rifle from X-Ray.
And it actually does nothing.
It might have killed the engine.
Yeah, it sounds like it killed the engine and the gun.
Uh-oh.
Oh! There go the wheels.
And it actually took down Spiky.
Amazing.
Blom is still up as the driver, but he is without any kind of power.
So Gary's actually gotten up to the objective with the RPK. He's just standing out there.
Oh, Blom gets out.
And gets knocked out. And double tapped. Now it's up to Gary.
Gary?
Gary.
Oh,
Gary.
And is immediately shot by
Gary, no,
Falcon.
now's not the time to pose.
Falcon coming to get the last kill again. He wants
Coming in
these
like a
to end.
vulture.
paint me like one of your Russian girls.
Oh my god.
He sounds like smokes. He's doing a good job of telling everyone where
Oh,
he
here
is.
comes Andy.
Anderson going for his 15th kill. With this one, he gets a free meal at McDonald's.
He's at the drive-thru right now getting served by Loki.
Falcon, he's doing the enhanced movement jump to get around the smoke. And then he blows Gary away. That's it. That's GG.
That is what it is. Again, can't quite believe my eyes. but-
has won.
Yep, defending side wins again. Because of an attack that's
No, Bearded, you lost. I'm sorry to
and
say.
fizzled out almost as quickly as it started.
All right.
Have a good last round, gentlemen.
Yep, I am going to forego covering round 3. I've got something at the top of the hour, but I don't want it to cut in and have to mobilize away. So, because of that,
Here.
I will I'll just end my stream. Hopefully, round 3 goes well, though.
Yes, hopefully it does. We should still have a good 60 or so people, and it'll probably be another quick one. And so I will stay up and cast that.
All right, Barbo, you have a good one.
Yep. You
I
too,
will.
Maz. I will see you two later.
See you guys.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. We'll be back in a little under an hour for some jump scares with Phasmophobia. Otherwise, cheers, and have a good one.